I got here on my bike. Turns out that biking is a highly viable method of transportation, especially when compared to other ways.
Walking takes an incredibly long time. Try walking over 10 kilometers and see how long it takes you. What about public transportation? Buses have long waits, confusing routes, and especially now, they're dangerous to be on.
Well, what about the car?
They emit all kinds of nasty pollutants and are a major contributor to air pollution. That air pollution is attributed to 3% of deaths in Canada, as heart disease, stroke, and respiratory infections all result from breathing in the fumes produced by cars. Cars are not a good way to travel.
But bikes, they're great for the environment. And you. With the power of your legs, you can go anywhere you want to.
Also, you'll have better lung health, heart health, and leg health.
Ultimately, biking is great for your physical health, but not just that. Biking is also great for your mental health. Being outdoors has been proven to lower stress, according to countless studies, such as these ones. That combined with the meditative nature of biking,
The improved confidence that comes from achieving new things, and the fact that biking is a great physically distanced way to talk to friends are all pros of biking.
more and more people are starting to realize this. 2.7% of Torontonians biked to work in 2016, nearly double from 10 years ago. Admittedly, this seems like a small number until you remember that Toronto is a city of 3 million people. Increasing numbers of people are pedaling forward, and hopefully that number will continue to rise.
Look at the average road. How much of it is dedicated to cars? How much of it is dedicated to pedestrians? How much of it is dedicated to bikers? Look around me. Where am I supposed to ride my bike? The road? We all know who would win in a fight between car and bike. If I go on the sidewalk, like I've been doing, I will have to awkwardly maneuver around pedestrians. This inconvenience can prove dangerous, though. From personal experience, I can say that I have had many near collisions, even after strictly following all the rules of the road. But don't just take it from me. I'm joined today by Clark Roldan, a local cyclist. Mr. Roldan, how safe would you say our current roads are for bikers?
I'd say, well, if I had to pick a number on a scale from 1 to 10, it'd be a 1. I almost got ran over the other day while turning in an intersection.
An unidentified 66-year-old woman was struck and killed here at McCowan and Sandhurst on November 21st, 2019, and that is why there is a ghost bike here to remember her. In total, 890 cyclists were killed from 2006 to 2017. In Toronto alone, even in a year where traffic was at an all-time low, there were 4 cyclist deaths in 2020.
Ultimately, it should not be dangerous to ride on a bike. Any amount of preventable deaths on our streets is too many. But what is the solution? The answer is astonishingly simple: to build more infrastructure for bikes. This infrastructure can include shared roads, unprotected bike lanes like the one shown here, and protected bike lanes.
Mr. Roldan, what are your thoughts on the GTA's biking infrastructure?
It is very, very lackluster. Specifically, I think there is a lack of protected bike lanes, although we do have an extensive network of bike lanes, especially in the North York and Midtown areas. Those are simply just lines painted right next to the traffic lanes on the asphalt, and those are just not enough. As I mentioned before, I was almost ran over while in one of those bike lanes by a turning vehicle. So I propose, for example, Highway 7. Highway 7 has a very good, it's next to the Viva Ways. It has a really good system of raised bike lanes at the same level of the sidewalk.
Yeah, those Highway 7 bike lanes are nice, and I agree with you wholeheartedly. Any infrastructure is great, but protected bike lanes are by far the best.
We have streets designed for conflict. Bikers are fighting for space against cars and pedestrians, and no one knows where the bikes belong. Protected bike lanes take that chaos and disorganization away. They increase the predictability of cyclists by giving them their own place in the streets, which ends up reducing congestion. Bike lanes help to make communities more livable by improving air quality, reducing noise, and increasing human interaction. They also create economic vitality by eliminating the high-cost barrier of a car.
Bike lanes also save money for taxpayers, as bike lanes are cheaper than roads. They reduce healthcare spending, as the population is more physically and mentally fit. Bike lanes are essential for any strong community. Local governments like the City of Toronto have been investing in bikers. Hopefully, this investment will continue. Bikes are the future. Help us pedal forward.